today. Brampton turns 50. Minimum wage increases in Ontario.
Senegal has a new president. And in sports, Arsenal and Manchester.
A rare solar eclipse darkens the skies this April 8th.
Brampton Rising Star Talent Hunt Show coming up this summer.
Hello everyone, welcome to Bcctv News. This is Tanvisha Gupta, your host for today. So let's start with the headlines. City of Calgary lifts water restrictions. Trudeau to attend United Nations General Assembly amid turbulence around the world. City of Brampton is seeking public input on plans to redevelop two of its iconic outdoor spaces. Miner, backed by Canada province, vows to compete with China in rare earths. Hezbollah hits back with rockets as it declares an open-ended battle with Israel. So we'll be back with the news descriptions. Welcome back everyone. Let's start with the news descriptions. Calgary Mayor Jyoti Kondak says the Bears Paw South Feeder main is now open and back in service for the Calgary region. It means Calgary has lifted water restrictions that prevented people from using potable water for outdoor watering. It was the second round of water rationing since the feeder main in northwest Calgary burst in early June. There are still two smaller sections of pipe to repair, but the city says they won't require city-wide water restrictions because they can be isolated while keeping the feeder main running.
The level of collaboration that we have seen since June the 5th is the reason that we've been able to get through two significant rounds of work on the Bears Paw South feeder main. The Bears Paw South water feeder main is open and it's back in service for the Calgary region.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is set to be in New York this week for 78th meeting of the United Nations General Assembly and the Summit of the Future amid increasing geopolitical instability around the world. Canada will have a leading role in making the world fairer and more prosperous, Trudeau said in a news release last week. I look forward to working with other leaders to accelerate the progress on our shared priorities and build a better future for everyone.
As we meet here in New York at the UN General Assembly for this Summit of the Future, we're at a global inflection point. Faced with escalating instability undermining the very foundations of the international order, beset by the increasingly dire costs of climate change.
The city recently launched an international design competition for the redevelopment projects, which will follow a phased approach with key milestones planned over the next few years. A design team will be selected through a two-stage process by the end of the year, and detailed design development will begin in the first half of the next year. The Canadian province of Saskatchewan has vowed to compete with China in process and production of rare earths and become the first North American commercial alternative source for the metals used to make magnets for electric vehicles and the wind turbines. Saskatchewan's Research Council Rare Earth Processing Facility is betting on demand for these magnets to jump in the next couple of years, driven by demand from original equipment manufacturers such as automakers. Hezbollah fired over 100 rockets early Sunday across northern Israel, with some landing near the city of Haifa, as Israel launched hundreds of strikes on Lebanon. A Hezbollah leader declared an open-ended battle was underway as both sides appeared to be spiraling close toward out of the war. The overnight rocket barrage was in response to Israeli attacks in Lebanon that have killed dozens, including a veteran Hezbollah commander, and unprecedented attack targeting the group's communication devices. Air raid sirens across northern Israel sent hundreds of thousands of people scrambling into the shelters. Thank you so much everyone. This is Bcctv News. I am Tanvisha Gupta. See you next time.
On the news today, Brampton turns 50. Minimum wage increases in Ontario.
Senegal had a new president. And in sports, Arsenal and Manchester.
A rare solar eclipse darkens the skies this April 8th.
Brampton Rising Star Talent Hunt Show coming up this summer.